started drawing these pictures, and then I, of course, realized that they're patterns, and then I modeled the patterns, and then I came up with this system, and then I understood, then I found out that the same thing is reflected in all major spiritual traditions. So basically, it's not like I just said it. Once you understand what it is, you'll see it everywhere, but no one kind of put it together. Because spiritual traditions are concerned with people over-meditating and having the same problem. So basically, it's not like I just said it. Once you understand what it is, you'll see it everywhere, but no one kind of put it together. Because spiritual traditions are concerned with people over-meditating and having the same problem. And nobody made the parallel that, when people become anxious from trauma, there's the same structural misalignment than when people meditate.
So there's a misalignment when we meditate?
Yes, yes. So a lot of meditations, actually like 70% of people who I've treated, maybe 60%, at one point or another reported that the problems that they had started after certain spiritual practices or workshops where they were asked, to go out, live your body, go out, kind of see what's there, having an out-of-body experiences, or by doing too many
Pranayama.
practices, especially with Kundalini rising. So anything where the energy goes up.
What if your meditation, you're drawing earth energies up and energies from the heavens down at the same time?
Again, if you so once you understand the mechanism, you can work backwards. If you're a grounded person, naturally grounded, you have no problem with anxiety, you can do it.
Until your field is fully grounded, then
Yeah. If you have propensity to not to be in the body, and as I will explain, displacing, right? So basically, what happens with displace vertically? Then you don't want to do anything first that runs energy up. Neither acupuncture protocol, nor yogic practices, nor qigong practices, nor, we have some experts here who've suffered in the hands of different spiritual traditions. So when you have anxiety and they ask you to bring energy up and concentrate it over the head, right, Monica Black.
Yeah.
So acupuncture.
So if people want to know how spiritual practices can really create a problem for you when you have propensity for anxiety, you can during the break talk to Mark. He'll be more
Wow.
than I
know
shouldn't
about
have
that.
yeah. But yeah.
So meditating for 35 years, or out of body just by accident, just things happening,
Did it happen by accident?
Yeah.
No, it did not happen by accident. It happened because you were meditating.
No,
and
no,
the
it was
practices.
in a group, like seminars and stuff.
So what did they just say?
Yes, but it wasn't meant to be.
It was never meant to be. It's just what happens. Because people don't understand seriousness of what, of displacement.
Right, it was strange, I didn't, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
what kind of,
And I'd say, hold me down, and it happened to you, but I didn't want that.
okay.
So like
It's just, what kind of workshop was it?
Insight seminars and.
During Insight it happened.
Insight, yeah.
Inside
I mean,
meditation or inside
no,
seminars?
Insight seminars, and.
Really?
Oh, I was literally out of body in the whole room, and each time it was different
Which
things.
exercise? Was it a particular?
So the first time it happened was when somebody was sharing, and we were just sitting in a circle, somebody was sharing, all of a sudden I blacked out, and I found a book. And they gave me smelling salts, and then when I came to, I was in the whole room,
Yeah.
and I kept saying, hold me down. That's for, I don't want to take up the whole session, please.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Well, I think
And
in your
each
case
time,
what
different
happened.
things, then another time, like electric went all through my body, and just different things happened, and I did not want them to happen. I was,
No, of course we didn't. But in this case, I don't think it was because I don't do particular meditations like that. It's a
so
personal
not because
growth.
of meditation.
No, I think it was because there was so much energy in the group. And it's kind of, if you have propensity to displace, it kind of, it pushes, it amplifies it. It amplifies everything. So that's why also in many, group processes, For example, when I teach, at some point, if you take this with me, the energetic boundary training, which is, actually, I have a textbook about this, if people are interested later, they can look at it. The first thing that I do, we set up the space. We ground ourselves in the space before you do any process with anyone, so that you can always do the process and check how are you in relationship to your energy. You see what I'm saying? And you can only do things to extend that keeps you in. As soon as you start doing anything, and it could be different for different people, that stops keeping you in, that's your threshold. You understand? You cannot go beyond that.
When you mentioned acupuncture, I just had an acupuncture.
Yeah, and again, with the acupuncture, and I taught for several years at the New England School of Acupuncture, and it really depends how you interpret the condition, because you can look at some block and you can say, oh, it's not enough something, and then have a protocol where the energy goes up. And so once they understood this, it's like if a person is anxious, you do not use any protocols under any condition that bring energy up first. You have to bring energy
He
down.
actually said
Yeah.
the energy's down, or one of them, never mind.
The reason all this happens is because if we don't have principles to guide us, we're hopping on one foot, which sometimes you keep the balance, sometimes you fall over. Yes.
You mentioned that if there's anxiety that you shouldn't do any of these other modalities, but if you do the grounding exercises in your book first,
I didn't say don't do modalities, I'd say do them in a way that works for you, do them intelligently.
I guess what I'm asking is, do you do the grounding exercise first before you do them?
Yeah.
Is it then okay? Or?
Yeah, but then you have to watch, that's what I'm saying. So you watch, this whole thing is about energy intelligence. You develop intelligent relationship to your energetic structure, and you do what you need to do. Like, why do spiritual practices if they're not giving you what you want? I mean, what's the point of doing them? The spiritual practices, when masters knew what they were doing and why they were doing it, were designed for specific purposes. There was no point to just do spiritual practice, right? And there are a variety of spiritual practices. Each one was designed for a particular purpose. And the purpose should always be more wholeness, right? So if some spiritual practice is not doing what you need to do, then either something is off with the practice, because now that it was off originally, probably something got lost in translation. And for me, it's really easy when somebody is telling me something and I look and I'm like, this is off. And they're like, no, this is very high level. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's off. It's high level. It's like, it doesn't work. I mean, it's not according to the rules. I'm not like very vulnerable to that high level stuff. Yeah.
What about something that calms your body, like biofeedback or
If it calms you and if that's what you want, sure.
like visualization? Because I have that when I had a head injury, and they would put something on my finger and it would calm my body, always calm. Yeah.
Sure. Anything. That's what I'm saying. If it just watch what you're doing. I don't trust anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You get information and then you check it. That's why we kind of have intelligence. But we got into this place where just this like spiritual energy stuff is like, oh my God, you kind of have to get worse before you get better. It's so pervasive everywhere in therapy and in New Age, right? It's
To bring you higher up, to calm you
Yeah.
first.
To calm you.
During anxiety or depression, I would I'm better than I was, but I would feel like contracted, which seems opposite, which would seem like when you bring energy up, it expands you. So how is,
Who said that?
I personally, that's how it felt like, and I get real contracted.
No,
and I
no,
get
who
real
said that
anxious.
when you bring energy up, it expands you?
I felt